3 billion people around the world suffer from different neurological diseases and mental illnesses, and drugs are mostly ineffective or have side effects. Though electrical stimulation of neurons is known to be a very promising modality, existing technologies are highly invasive. They require creating a hole in the skull. And putting a centimeter scale probe in. That is associated with risks of infection, morbidity, and mortality. And because of the surgery-related invasiveness and $100,000 of brain surgery, those technologies are only limited to less than 1% of the patients. So people worldwide suffering from these devastating neurological conditions have impossible choices, either to go through this invasive brain surgery or live with these debilitating symptoms which drugs cannot fix. To overcome these challenges, we have built tiny electronic chips. That can travel through the body fluids to autonomously implant in target brain regions and treat diseases which are even resistant to drugs. These electronics seamlessly integrate into the brain, forming unique brain-computer symbiosis and completely eliminate the need for surgery. To achieve this, we developed nanoelectronics at wafer scale and then lifted them off the substrate to create free-floating, subcellular-sized wireless electronic chips with record power conversion efficiency. Then we have attached these electronic chips with living biological cells to create unique cell electronics hybrids, which fuses the versatility of electronics with the biological prowess of living cells. These hybrids can be placed inside the body with a simple injection in the arms, and they can travel seamlessly through the body fluids without being attacked by the immune system. These hybrids enable the first demonstration of electronics which can even cross the intact blood-brain barrier and autonomously recognize a target disease region in the brain and self-implant there. These electronics provide precise electrical stimulation of the brain, enabling surgery-free brain-computer symbiosis for transcending humans beyond diseases and biological limitations. So now, it is possible to have an implant in a precise disease location in the brain. With just a simple injection in the arms. While existing implants can cause massive destruction of brain tissue around it, our tiny nanoelectronic devices we have shown can co-live and coexist with the brain cells without causing any damage or toxic effects. Also, this is a very platform technology. This can be used to treat multiple brain disorders, starting from neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's to motor dysfunctions, paralysis, depression, to treating brain cancers as well as for curing blindness. Moreover, this technology is not just confined to the brain. It can be used for applications such as surgery-free and wireless pacemakers or treating cancers or other organs of the body as well. Moreover, beyond treating diseases, it can be used for even healthy individuals. Just like we have wearables for all, we can even have implantables for healthy. It can be used for applications such as cognitive enhancement, for improving decision making, or even increasing our neural density through synthetic electronic neurons. So in our lab, we already have very promising results for treatment of diseases such as Alzheimer's, for brain cancer, as well as chronic pain, and have shown that electrical stimulation can halt the growth of brain tumor where existing therapies have failed. This can increase the survival chances of patients to about 85%. This can bring new ray of hope to the patients and their families. So just recently I got an email from a father who mentioned that his 10 years old daughter has been diagnosed with GIPG. I get emails often like this from patients and their families. These are heartbreaking. So we are very committed to bring this technology to humans as soon as possible. So while existing technologies are only limited to less than 1% of the patients due to the surgery-related costs and invasiveness, by completely defying the need for surgery, we are breaking the barriers of age, health risks, and costs that are currently preventing millions from getting treatment. We envision a future which will be completely free from neural diseases and bring our technology to humans such that it is accessible to all for alleviating human
All
suffering.
praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakor Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, bishops at Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, so as you can see, this is another method that is being used to get the M.O.T.B into the brain. All right, they're now saying that they can, simply shoot it in the arm and it'll travel through the bloodstream to get to the desired location within the brain. All right, now, of course, this is a medical phenomenon at this point. Whether you be a paraplegic, quadriplegic, they've mentioned helping with blindness. All right, and, all the above, man. All right, this is being presented as just, medical advancements. But, this is indeed the M.O.T.B, all right, which will be the new cash system, all right, the new financial system in this place. It's just right now, Esau moves in increments. So right now it's being presented as, once again, these medical miracles. All right. As far as the right hand goes, I mean, you have people that have it now, that are, purchasing items with the RFID microchip within them, but it hasn't been made mandatory. It's kind of like a cool thing right now. The new wave of technology is how this is being pushed. All right. Once again, in the forehead is more of a medical phenomenon. And in the right hand is, just some medical advancement, the new cool shit to do, But, this is indeed the M.O.T.B, and I remember hearing, one of the ISUPK guys, Tazaryak, saying that, have you ever felt your forehead? Your forehead is hard, and this, that, and the third. And, now you see, Most High, revealing more things and, sending more proof that this is indeed the M.O.T.B. Now they're saying they can just shoot it in your arm and it'll travel to your brain. So whether you get a actual incision or cut as they're doing with the Neuralink, or you get this shot to have the device travel to your brain, or you simply get it in your hand, it's still the M.O.T.B. All right. But I'm going to get into the article. It says new therapeutic brain implants could defy the need for surgery. MIT researchers created microscopic wireless electronic devices that travel through blood and implant in target brain regions where they provide electrical stimulation. All right. It says, what if clinicians could place tiny electronic chips in the brain that electrically stimulate a precise target through a simple injection in the arm? This may sound This may someday help treat deadly or debilitating brain diseases while eliminating surgery related risk and cost. All right, so this is how he's selling it. You know, not only could they fix the said medical problem, but you won't even have to get surgery. 'Cause most people, especially Jake, will be uncomfortable. Uh, getting their head cut open. Jake ain't into that. And most people aren't. But they've created an alternative way to put the M.O.T.B within the skull, man. All right. It says MIT researchers have taken a major step toward making this scenario a reality. They've developed microscopic wireless bioelectronics that could travel through the body's circulatory system and autonomously self-implant in a target region of the brain, where they will provide focused treatment. It says, in a study on mice, the researchers show that after injection, these minuscule implants can identify and travel to a specific brain region without the need for human guidance. Once there, they can be wirelessly powered to provide electrical stimulation to the precise area. Such stimulation, known as neuromodulation, has shown promise as a way to treat brain tumors and diseases like Alzheimer's and multiple sclerosis. All right, so once again, this is how it's being presented, man, as a medical miracle. All right. Moreover, because the electronic devices are integrated with living biological cells before being injected, they are not attacked by the body's immune system and can cross the blood-brain barrier while leaving it intact. This maintains the barrier's crucial protection of the brain. The researchers demonstrated the use of this technology, which they call circulations, to target brain inflammation, a major factor in the progression of many neurological diseases. They showed that the implants can provide localized neuromodulation deep inside the brain, achieving high precision to within several microns around the target area. In addition, the biocompatible implants do not damage surrounding neutrons. So, this is a play to, make people feel more comfortable with getting this device, the M.O.T.B, within their skull, man. We don't have to cut into you. Everything will still be intact as this device travels through your blood stream to, the targeted spot in the brain. It says, while brain implants usually require hundreds of thousands of dollars in medical costs and risky surgical procedures, here we go. Circulation, circulatronics technology holds the potential to make therapeutic brain implants accessible to all by eliminating the need for surgery, says Deblina Sarkar, the AT&T Career Development Associate Professor in the MIT Media Lab and MIT Center for Neurobiological Engineering, head of the Nano Cybernetic Biotrek Lab, and senior author of a study on the work. It says she is joined on the paper by lead author Shubham Yadav, an MIT graduate student, as well as others at MIT, uh, Wellesley College, and Harvard University. The research appears today in Nature Biotechnology. So now they're making it affordable and safer, which people gonna jump at that, man. All right. It says that this is hybrid implants. The team has been working on circulatronics for more than 6 years. The electronic devices, each about 1/1000th the length of a grain of rice, are composed of organic semiconducting polymer layers sandwiched between metallic layers to create an electronic uh, hetero heterostructure. Pardon me. They are fabricated using CMOS compatible processes in the MIT nano facilities and then integrated with living cells to create cell electronic hybrids. To do this, the researchers lift the devices off the silicone wafer on which they are fabricated, so they are free floating in a solution. The electronics worked perfectly when they were attached to the substrate, but when we originally lifted them off, they didn't work anymore. Solving that challenge took us more than a year, Sakar says. Key to their operation is the high wireless power conversion efficiency of the tiny electronics. This enables the device to work deep inside the brain and still harness enough energy for neuromodulation. So these devices are being put in the brain. If you can't see this, man, the Most High just not dealing with you. And I don't say that, you know, from a prideful stance, but it's just, obvious, man. This is the M.O.T.B. All right, it's just it hasn't been as far as the brain goes. All right, it hasn't been really connected to any financial transactions. But this is it, man. The researchers use a chemical reaction to bond the electronic devices to cells. In a new study, they fused the electronics with a type of immune cell called monocytes, which target areas of inflammation in the body. They also apply a fluorescent dye, allowing them to trace the devices as they cross the intact blood-brain barrier and self-implant it in the target brain region. While they explore brain inflammation in this study, the researchers hope to use different cells and engineer the cells to target specific regions of the brain. Our cell electronics hybrid fuses the versatility of electronics with the biological transport and biochemical sensing prowess of living cells. Sakar says the living cells camouflage the electronics so that they aren't attacked by the body's immune system and they can travel seamlessly through the bloodstream. This enables them to squeeze through the intact blood-brain barrier without the need to invasively open it. So they can get this into your brain now without even cutting your head open. No matter, how hard your forehead is, this can be placed within your brain, man. It says over the course of about 4 years, the team tried many methods to autonomously and non-invasively cross the blood-brain barrier before they perfected this cellular integration technique. In addition, because the circulatronics devices are so tiny, they offer much higher precision than conventional electrodes. They can self-implant, leading to millions of microscopic stimulation sites that take the exact shape of the target region. The small size also enables the biocompatible devices to live alongside neurons without causing harmful infections or causing harmful effects. Through a series of biocompatibility tests, the researchers found that circulatronics can safely integrate among neurons without impacting the brain process behind cognition or motion. After the devices have self-implanted in the target region, a clinical or researcher a clinician or researcher uses an external transmitter to provide electromagnetic waves in the form of near infrared light that power the technology and enable electrical stimulation of neurons. So once they put this in your body, it's just gonna go straight to your brain, man. So most of the people that are gonna have the M.O.T.B, as the scriptures say, your right hand or your forehead in Revelation 13, 16, 17, says your right hand or forehead, most of the people that's gonna have it within their forehead is gonna be people who took it to get some type of healing, from some type of disease or whatever have you. And the rest of the population is just gonna, probably, not probably, but pop it into their hand, you know, because, like I said before, most people, if you say, I'm gonna cut into your brain, or even this method, fucking with my brain, I ain't with that. And they damn just gonna put it in their hand, man. It says targeting deadly diseases. Okay, this is how they this is what they selling you on. The Sakar Lab is currently working on developing their technology to treat multiple diseases, including brain cancer, Alzheimer's disease, and chronic pain. The tiny size and self-implantation capabilities of circulatronic devices could make them well suited to treat brain cancers such as glioblastoma that cause tumors at multiple locations, some of which may be too small to identify with imaging techniques. They may also provide new avenues for treating especially deadly cancers like diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma, an aggressive type of tumor found in the brainstem that usually cannot be surgically removed. This is a platform technology and may be employed to treat multiple brain diseases and mental illnesses, Sakar says. Also, this technology is not just confined to the brain, but could also be extended to other parts of the body in the future. The researchers hope to move the technology into clinical trials within 3 years through the recently launched startup Kahira Technologies. They are also exploring integration of additional nanoelectronic circuits into their devices to enable functionalities, including sensing, feedback based on chip data analysis, and capabilities such as creating synthetic electronic neurons. So now they, even go try to create these neurons within your brain, man. It says our tiny electronic devices seamlessly integrate with the neurons and co-live and coexist with the brain or with the brain cells, creating a unique brain-computer symbiosis. We are working dedicatedly to employ this technology for treating neural diseases where drugs or standard therapies fail, for alleviating human suffering, and envision a future where humans could transcend beyond diseases and biological limitations. So it's being sold as a medical phenomenon, man. All right, we are going to, speaking from the perspective of these folks, we are going to solve all these problems with this, all these medical issues, these medical ailments with this, chip, man. So when you go to Revelation 13, 16, 17, all right, when it says, any man that don't take the mark in his right hand or his forehead, all right, they've now are pushing a new way to get this device into your head without even cutting it open. As you see, it was traveling through the bloodstream to the brain. It's able to coexist with the neurons in the brain. And the way that they're, drawing people in is to get healed from these diseases that they feel like they can, they haven't been able to cut your brain open and heal, man. All right. And this will turn into the financial system. Once again, the majority of the people is going to get it in their right hand. As you see people with it in their right hand now, buying and selling in certain stores or whatever. And the people that are going to have it, within their skull or within their brain are going to be the people who took it for these medical advancements, man. All right. So this is just another, more proof that the M.O.T.B is an implantable device, man. All right. But I ain't gonna hold you. I hope that video was edifying. Shalom.